Hey guys, welcome back to Starkey Farmstead. So you're kind of going to get on back to back today because I've got to go check on my father-in-law who fell down the stairs 2 days ago. So we're going to head over there and check on him. But let me just say this, guys. My name is Samantha, so I'm just your average American citizen, right? I want the best life for my children. What do I want? I want my kids to grow up in a safe community, okay? I want them to have children. I want them to own a home. I want them to live a good life. I want them to be saved by the blood, which they already are. So one down, a few more to go. Every morning, I feel like I wake up and my entire job is to fight against the ignorance that is pervading the American people. So I ran across a video literally from 2 years ago where this guy is saying that, the Great Replacement theory is a conspiracy theory, and, it's just white people are afraid. They're so afraid they're going to be replaced by darker toned people, and that it was BS.
Therefore, the messengers have to be a little bit more subtle about it. And lately, they've gotten pretty good at manipulating us. Here's the thing though, not only are those who preach about the Great Replacement theory manipulating us, but as it turns out, the entire theory is bullcrap. It's literally not backed by evidence at all.
One after the other, dinghy boats form a steady line as they approach the coast of Lampedusa after a journey across the Mediterranean Sea. The island is the...
That was 2 years ago. I watched it, ran across it this morning, and I actually commented. I said, it's 2 years later, and I'm literally watching Europe be replaced by darker skinned people. So, this did not age well. Folks, it's not a racial thing, okay? It's not even that. It's a sovereign thing.
Canadian law, that doesn't sound very respectful.
In majority, you wouldn't have any other option.
No, but I have met several Muslims who left Islamic nations and are horrified to see those elements of those countries following them over to Canada and the United States. What would you say to them? Muslims that want to live a secular lifestyle.
You should go to your queen and tell her to change the laws.
Change the laws to what, sir? To Sharia law?
No, change the laws to not allow any more Muslims to come to Canada. Like if you are bothered by Muslims, because we owe our allegiance and our loyalty first and foremost to our religion, not to the Queen. Okay. To be honest, when I went for my so-called oath, I was silent. I didn't say anything. It was your responsibility to make sure you got it out of me.
Do you love the country that God gave you?
By these traffickers, and how do you think they get paid? What, you're in Africa, Central America, you got $20,000 or $10,000 or $5,000 to pay these traffickers? No, you don't. What happens? You come in, then you owe them the money. You're an indentured servant.
The scale of it is absolutely wild. We're talking millions, not hundreds.
Because the people coming in don't. They don't love the country that God gave you. It's not their country. I keep saying this. Have you seen what they did with their countries? And even if they didn't do it, what they allowed to happen in their countries, they don't understand that our toilets flush in the Western world. They don't understand that we have something called garbage pickup. So they just throw trash down because that's what they do in their countries. And we let so many in at one time that it's overwhelming to the system. So you can't integrate them. You can't get them to learn English. You can't get them to learn anything about our countries because they just group up by the thousands, take over an entire corner of a community and start living just like they did in their countries. That is not the American flippin' dream, folks. I'm so sick of us hearing people say, they're just here for the American dream. No, they're not. They're here because somebody in their country told them to come here. An NGO told them to come here. They would get everything for free. Go to Europe, you'll get everything for free. They did not come because they wanted a better life for them and their families. They wanted everything for free.
Federal government is cracking down on taxpayer-funded mortgages for illegal immigrants that were allowed during the Biden administration through the Department of Urban and Housing Development. Joining us now to discuss this and more headlines on the Hill is Washington insider Armstrong Williams. Good morning to you, sir. Happy Monday.
Good morning.
Last week, HUD Secretary Scott Turner announced that the agency had terminated FHA mortgages for illegal immigrants, saying, quote, "At HUD, we only serve 1 out of 4 Americans that we should be serving, and that has to come to an end. And so we're not only making it a priority, but we are making that our only priority, that American citizens will benefit from hardworking American taxpayer dollars." Armstrong, HUD also says it's really unclear just how many illegal immigrants as well as non-permanent residents obtain these FHA-backed loans. What do you?
Yeah, that's the truth. I don't care if you like it. It's so odd to me that I have to listen to people tell me that it's a First Amendment right when we tell these national-born students that they have to leave and go back to their country because they're pushing propaganda in America. But that's a First Amendment right. But I can't say what I think, and I have been told that I have to use proper pronouns because I may hurt somebody else's feelings. I know you guys heard what happened to Charlie Kirk yesterday at UC Davis when they literally destroyed his entire table, ripped up his posters, tried to steal all his equipment, and were chanting, "Whose college is this? Our college. Whose college? Our college."
What you're watching is Antifa attack a tabling event at UC Davis. UC Davis is a college campus. This event was put on by Charlie Kirk's Turning Point USA, and Officer Tatum was there. These people are literally trying to stop free speech at a college campus with violence, aggression, and intimidation. They stole the canopy, they ripped down banners, they smashed foam boards, they even tried to steal an iPad and a laptop. I even saw this guy go hit a woman in the head. And as more time passes, it's becoming more and more evident that the left is the party of violence and hate. Let's go back a little bit. Think about this. We're literally seeing domestic terrorists attack Tesla. These people are on the left. They're not on the right. And crazily, you've seen a tiny amount of Democrats come out and condemn this domestic terrorism against their political opponent. And it makes you wonder, why? Why are they so quiet about it? They claim to be moral and virtuous and holier than thou, but they won't even come out and largely condemn domestic terrorism.
I'm like, what? And you don't think you're a Nazi? You don't think that's fascism? As long as their voice isn't shut up, it's fair. But if you're their political opponent, they'll literally see you dead. Look what I found. This is on TikTok.
Is there not someone out there with a terminal illness that's willing to do it? I mean, I'm sure people are willing to help. If you're willing to do it, I think that there are people willing to help organize it. Is there not some...
Doubt who she's talking about? Anybody at all? That's literally what we're dealing with in this country right now. And guys, if you've never supported our channel, there's 100 and almost 2,000 people on this channel. Please pray about it. Ask the Lord if he would send you some extra money, if you could send us a couple of dollars so I can continue to do this. Because it is wearing my husband thin that YouTube keeps stealing our money. Like, I can't get ahead because as soon as I take a step forward, they take it back. So I'm asking you guys to help us fill in the gap until I can reapply in May. I love you guys. I just had to point out the audacity, the ignorance. I had to. Wake up, America. Make your voice louder, friend. Don't let anybody shut you up. Don't let anybody shame you because these idiots aren't shutting up. I love you guys so much. Stay safe. Stay away from them when they're rioting and they're picketing. You can't, especially the ones that go out there. You'll never change their mind. Stay home. Stay safe. Just keep sharing videos like this, waking up more people. Be the light in the darkness. Be the salt of the earth. Don't drink their Kool-Aid. For the love of God, do not drink their Kool-Aid.
Get the all right off of our campus!
Get the all right off our campus!
Alex Stein, go to hell!
Alex Stein, go to hell!
At least y'all believe in heaven and hell, so you guys believe in God?
No. Don't leave!
We're here in San Antonio. Y'all transgender? Are you guys biological females? It's hard to tell.
Fuck the church! Fuck the state!
Guys, it's your body. It's my choice now. No more abortion. I'm pro LGBTQ. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan.
This is what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like. I don't think this is democracy. Your mask is falling down.
Fuck you, fascists.
I don't want to get corona.
Fuck you, fascists.